Good evening, everyone. Or morning, or afternoon, wherever it might be. Hope you've all had a good December so far. I think, we may, I was gonna say we may as well do the schedule for next week first, but I think I'll wait a little bit into the stream. That way we don't just get two back-to-back at everyone pings. But good morning, how are y'all doing? But TLDR for next week's schedule. So next Friday, there will be no stream. And I don't think next Wednesday either. Monday should be fine. So that's the tentative plan. Friday for sure. Wednesday is like a pretty good chance no stream. So that's what I'll plan ahead. Also, some sick art, by the way, in the Discord. Let me go ahead and get that. Oh, Daisy's not online. Not the, Let's get her started first. There are two Daisies, by the way. There's a Daisy for the stream, and a Daisy for the Discord. Sorry to break the illusion there. Just a sec. Make sure she's actually connected. Okay, we seem good. Alright, let's move things over to... Hopefully Discord works. Did not work. There we go. The link to the Discord, I'm sure Daisy'll's gonna... She'll spit it out in a second, then I'll copy it. A lot of cool art being posted. I think the art for one of the characters here was posted in general, so we'll go check that out in a sec. But Jolly, Princess Luna. I like it. And then some weapon designs. And then, of course, Scream. Classic. And I think there's a lot of discussions. Oh, yeah, we talked about... I fixed... If you're in the Discord, by the way, I fixed a lot of the Daisy stuff. I might as well get the link now since I'm talking about it. By fixed, I mostly just meant that it'll be easier for moderators to tweak things and fix it. So when she does overstep her boundary, it'll be a lot easier for either me or anyone with mod powers to step in and make changes. This one, none of it is mine. How does that make you feel? Yeah, like, one other thing I'll mention too is I want to talk about some feedback I had for someone else's game. Hey Nibble, how you doing? Let's see, it was in game design. We'll get to that in a sec. Nibble made this fantastic art piece for one of the characters that I had designed for the game we're working on here tonight. And far better than anything I've been able to make at this point, whether 3D or 2D. So, absolute kudos, fire emoji, it is sick. Oh, is the jump scare not working? Hi Poitso, it's been a minute. Good to see you. Why is that not working? What happened with that? Oh. That's an issue with the new OBS stuff. Alright, I'll write that down. I'll give you your points back. If I can find you. Can I control F this? Void. I hope you can feed your family. And thanks for the Prime sub on Twitch, Oh, no, I appreciate that. Well, let's finish going over the rest of this before we get too sidetracked. But yeah, this is fantastic. I don't know if I have art that I made of Mari anywhere here. I don't think I ever posted it. I'll have to either find it or maybe work on some of that again today. One other thing before I start getting too distracted is someone posted a link to, what was it? The Jolly? Okay, yeah, Jolly posted a link to his game. I played it a little bit. It was a Doom shooter. I liked it a lot. I mentioned this at the very beginning. It worked, right? And that's more so than some of my games do, and more so than some AAA games. So that, like, it might not be super obvious, but great, awesome. Some of the dialogue confused me a bit, but I thought it was fine. The gameplay itself kind of made up for that. The combat I really liked. I liked how aiming felt good. And I just want a little bit more feedback. I mentioned the sound effect being slightly different might help. Also, more people have been leaving feedback on this game more than mine. What's going on here? Ren, is there a reason you don't have itch account with your socials? Oh! No reason besides I'm just bad at things. How have you been? Up too much? I don't know if that was a question for me or Ployd, but I've been doing good. I've been mostly just like trying a couple different ideas I had for this. There's not really a lot to show for Rotted, by the way. I was working on some of the DayZ updates and I rolled them out today, but that's also mostly behind the scenes stuff. Nothing really, just the schedule wasn't working, so couldn't really get the time to join stream or say anything. Oh yeah, I can't redeem Lisa, bro, what the hell. So yeah, the Lisa stuff is because of... I'll have to redo it. I redid my OBS stuff because some of the UI stuff changed, so it made more sense to make it a little bit cleaner. So now I can transition to stuff easier, so like the ending screen, different backdrops, Discord, Unreal Engine. It's a lot easier for me to keep track of it. Lisa's the one thing I didn't carry over yet. So the other redeem should still work. That's the other thing I want to get to. Now that DayZ's fixed on Discord side, I want to make some fixes to her on stream side too, and that includes the redeems. Some of you guys had some really good redeem ideas that I haven't implemented yet, like the Foxy jump scare, the Papers, Please unfunny meme citation. OMS, hello, I'm just stopping by for a sec because you have to go to bed. Get some sleep, OMS, but thank you for dropping by and saying hello. Good to see you, good to see you. Okay, I think that's a lot of the house cleaning stuff I wanted to mention. Unless I forgot something, feel free to shout at me. I think the agenda for today is some user interface stuff. We had written down some ideas that we had for game design when it comes to the AI. Let's see if we can pull that up quickly enough. There we go, that looks right. If we go to, where did I write this down? Oh, here we go. So I put some of these down in the comment sections. If you are watching on mobile, I'll read it out because the text might be kind of small. You did forget something, the schedule. Oh yeah, that's right. Let's go ahead and do schedule for next week now, so that way people who are looking for it have it. I don't know when Alan Wake DLC is gonna be. I know I want to do it, I just don't know when. Let me actually, give me just a sec. Okay, I was gonna say, I don't think there's anything sensitive in this bot commands channel, but this is where I was testing a lot of the upgrades for her. Schedule. This should hopefully work. Let's see. Okay, sick. There's the potential of a stream on Wednesday, and then, yeah. I was gonna say maybe a potential of one this weekend, but I don't know how confident I am enough to say that out loud, even though I just did. But there is that. That way I don't forget, so thank you for reminding me. Again, I do want to do Alan Wake DLC. I don't know when that is, and I want to set aside enough time to do it. Yeah. Alright, let's get to this. So these were the ideas that we had for the AI behaviors. So adding a taunt, something to do with vibrations, so like if a door is slammed, or I guess that kind of feeds into sound. I don't know if there would ever be a vibration, and I don't remember what the context of this was. I don't know if there would ever be a vibration that wouldn't also make a sound. Footsteps, I think these kind of tie together. Sample collection chemical reaction. I think that was like taking some of its blood or its hair and then combining it with something else and seeing what happened. Tea party is where the monster would grab a corpse, pull it to its favorite room, and then try to have a tea party with it. Walk with a limp, we would need a character model to do, which would be nice to have. I think I definitely want to make Mari's first. I thought about maybe making a simpler one, like a zombie, or maybe like one of the slime monster ideas I had. But I think I think Nibble's art kind of pushed me to get more done with her. For the short term, we might still just use the T-pose guy. Maybe an animal, like a deer or something that's already rigged, just for like the tutorial level. Because I feel like for the tutorial, I don't want to throw a monster at the player as they're learning mechanics that aren't specific to a monster. Look, Ren, your game might be great, but Lisa should be top priority. I'll get it to work at some point. The issue is that the way it works is that it adds it, or it's a scene in OBS, or not a scene. It's a source in OBS. It's a video source. But to get it to work the old way I programmed it, I would have to add that video source to all of my scenes. And essentially what it is now is like, this is a scene, this is its own scene, this is its own scene, and so is this, and so on. I'm sure there's an easier way to do that. So rather than going back and trying to fix the broken way of doing it, I think there's a way I can just... There has to be something better, I think is the short answer to that. But Lisa will return, make no mistakes. It'll probably come alongside the other updates, the other Redeem Idea fixes, and the Daisy improvements. Basti, the idea is, by the way, that the commands that work in Discord for Daisy would probably also just carry over here. I would have them be the same commands. I don't know if... I mean, I can rename some of them if they're easier for you to remember. I pointed you to the pinned message. I tried to come up with names that were convenient enough-ish, but I mean, it's not like it has to be that particularly. When I leave for holiday vacation, just a heads up if you're in the Discord, Daisy will be on, and she will be set to... She will likely have some false positives, which means she might catch some messages that shouldn't be caught. But that's just because I won't be there to double check her work. And so I'd rather that she catches something that doesn't need to be caught rather than the opposite of that. How am I doing? Did I do anything interesting lately? I've been like deep cleaning my apartment. I want to get into like the headspace of relaxing for the holidays a little bit. It's hard for me to relax and just kind of kick back when my apartment's a mess. Oh, the Game Awards were last night. That was cool. Were you there to double check her work before? I mean the next morning. The new background music is uncanny. You want the old one. Oh, this is the Christmas one. She does have a jazz one that I did kind of... I liked a lot. I'm afraid of change. Let's finish reading some of these. Only Turns Left. That one would be easy enough to do, I think. Oh, wait, no. How would I do that? I think you would have to have an understanding of what the map looks like. And then it could only... Yeah, that's an interesting one. I'll keep that in the back pocket, because it's a funny idea. Always touching the left wall. I think that those are kind of one and the same. Mimic and shape-shifting. FNAF 2 movie? I haven't seen yet. No spoilies. Although, I'm sure, like, after having played all the games, I don't know if there's anything that the movie would spoil that I haven't already seen in the game. But at the very least, for people in the chat that maybe want to be left unspoilies, we'll keep it to a minimum. Although, yeah, I did also hear it was not very good, which sucks. But I mean, I'll be honest, that's kind of what I was expecting. It's the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. One more thing before we get back into the engine, because we're already technically back, is the itch.io page to be added to the list of my socials, which I should do before I forget. Itch.io. Where are my socials? Is it in the Discord? I don't know. I think... Oh, it's on YouTube. Oh, I got you. I see it here. Alright, let me edit that. YouTube is so weird. With like, I can't just click on my channel description and change it. I have to like go to the YouTube studio and then navigate whatever dumb menu system they've got here. Hold on, I'll figure this out. I'm a computer scientist. I think I can do this. I hope I can do it. Customization. Here we go. Discord, Twitch, Blue Sky. I don't even really use these two. I mean, I'll keep them up there just so people know what the official ones are, but I don't know the last time I posted. Itch.io. Boom. Publish. Banner image. I don't have a banner image. I guess I don't need one. Oh, add link. Here we go. Itch.io. Publish. Okay. Housekeeping done, I think. Probably do Discord as well. I don't know where in Discord I have stuff linked. I have stuff for like Blender and whatnot. I don't know if I have stuff for my socials. I might. I just don't know where I would have put that. It's like under announcements or something. No, I've lost it. Tools I use. No. Welcome. Production. As you can tell, I've put a lot of thought into the Discord server, and I know exactly where everything is and always will be at the drop of the hat. I'll find it eventually. Or if not, I'll just make a place for it. Okay, what I want to do today is make some kind of UI system. We'll probably do it in this room. The idea that I had is that, at least for this introductory part, let's get GIMP out so we can describe this. New. More. The idea that I have is there's like an elevator lift, and that takes the player through a couple of different levels. So like, here's the first one where it's just one room. And then here's the second one where it's like a series of rooms, kind of like what we're in now. Just like very quickly take them from one part of the tutorial to the next, while also kind of keeping them in an environment that's the same-ish. This is meant to sort of be a simplified version of the train car. That's the train compared to the mansions. But rather than throwing the player directly into a train car and the mansions for the tutorial, simplifying the train car down to an elevator car and the mansions just to rooms, so at least they can learn some of the basics. And so this room here will be our temporary elevator, and this is kind of where our control panel is going to be. Read your message streamer. Okay, hold on. I watched a FNAF 2 movie. Now, how many FNAF games are there now? Story is so. Now the story is so buns. The game story are so much. That's just British lingo. So much better. I don't even know what it would be. The games have story. Oh, the game. That is why the games are popular. I thought it was just the get the electricity in good condition, survive the night. Yeah, but the story is like in the background, which is why like you have to dig for it, which is why people liked it so much. You can't. It was deleted. Okay, hold on. I have Daisy as backups of all the messages. No. Nothing you said got deleted, I think. Did it? At least it's not showing on this. Unless you meant Discord. Maybe I'm the crazy one. There's also a chance it wasn't Daisy. To which I don't have any control of that. If YouTube removes a message, I don't even get to see it. We're gonna make a new widget. Unrelated to the thing I was just saying a second ago, but that's the goal of today. We're gonna make a new panel. Basically, Puppet Stupid. Oh no, I didn't see that one. Or I didn't see that one in regards to the message. I think I had an old map that had a panel already. We'll try to copy that. Oh boy, where was it? Where was it? Oh, OBS is throwing an error at me. Wait, what? Was it not an error? It like flashed red at the bottom of my screen. I don't know what that's about. Let me check my stream health real quick. We all seem to be good. I don't know what that was about. Is Daisy still a thing? Sadly, yes. Yeah, she's still kicking. Okay. Let's go to unlit. If I can find, here we go. I think this is where it was. Here we go. It wouldn't be this desk. I guess for the time being, I would want to remake this. The BP Zoom terminal is the what I want to call it. So if we can find this here. Cool. And then go to the new map. We'll drag that in. We would need some kind of table to drop this on, so we'll just use the cube for now. Basics, shapes, cube. I'm firm on my belief if you took Daisy out, we'd all be better off. I have a serious issue with the Discord server. Yeah, with Daisy, yeah, probably. But then where's the, you know, where's the wackiness in that, right? Also, what's the issue you have with the server? No dedicated pet channel? Pets. There you go. Problem solved. Thank you. You're welcome. Where is... Oh, there it is. I was like, where is the actual thing? Oh man, this is kind of scuffed. This was something I was working on like way before we even did the Halloween stuff. So I don't know how well this works. I'm going to assume it doesn't. So tonight's going to be a lot about fixing this. That we at least get some kind of functional UI. The UI stuff had worked in the past, but I made some modifications to it to make it more code-based. And I think that's where my problems began. How dare I try to make things scalable? Where's the oppression? Where's the rewriting messages 3 times over because you accidentally flagged the work? Look. The Wright brothers didn't fly the first time. Okay? They had some hiccups. They had some oopsie daisies. But you know what? They flew eventually. And one day too, Daisy shall fly. But that's also the... Now that we have kind of the iterative process, like if something gets over-flagged, we can just adjust the sensitivity. Okay. So. Let's open this blueprint. I'm assuming this isn't the new interactable interface I've got. Oh yeah. Let's not forget the Netherlands incident of 2025. A sad day. Is this implementing the right interface? Aha, it's not. It's using interactable actions when instead, get rid of this. Would you like to transfer the interface functions to be part of your blueprint? Yeah, sure. And we add the new one, which is interactable action. Nope, just eye interaction interface. The new one. This is not mine. Ah! Okay, hold on. Where are my functions? Item is usable. We'll do that. Daisy sensitivity mentioned. Okay, this should fix it. I wasn't expecting that to fix it, I'll be honest with you. Okay, so now we have a new problem. Ooh, my bitrate. What was that about? What? I don't know why that one down. New problem was that it didn't let me out. Let's see. Left mouse button. Pointer. Okay. So I think what I was trying to do is have it be so that my mouse shows and then I can click on things. This is kind of a mess. Activate puzzle camera. So that all this is doing is just changing the camera. Simple enough. In mouse lock mode. Hide cursor during capture. Show mouse cursor. And then this should put his back? Doing a different pack run? No worries, enjoy it. I don't know why this opened up. I didn't click that. Oh, I'm not setting started anywhere, I think is what it is. Go to the reference viewer, just double check. You know, I'm only setting it once. I think that might be why I can't get out. I do want to go back and clean this up. I don't like the logic here. Specifically with how I'm doing the mouse cursor stuff. I think this is right, but I remember having an issue with that a while ago, so I would want to go back and double check at some point. But that's a lot of like cross-referencing documentation and stuff. Why do you pronounce park in an Irish accent? Oh, that's the word park. Whoops. Park. Park. Okay, so it still doesn't let me out. So let's do this. We'll print this out. Just to see if it does recognize that I'm trying to leave. You said park as Piark, but A is pronounced more as an A. Eric? Oh. How come when I'm in that... Hold on. Let's turn on FPS. It looks like when I'm in that menu, I'm dropping frames. We're at 40. $50. Oh, maybe it's not the menu. Maybe if it's just if I'm playing. Hold on. Let's delete this object real quick. Okay, yeah. It's just if I'm playing. It might be because of our friend here. So let's go ahead and disable him. Hidden. In-game. Oh, he doesn't actually do anything. Does hidden in-game... Hold on. Does hidden in-game mean that it's not actually gonna do its thing? Or is it still gonna try to do its thing? Oh. Either way. So for whatever reason, it's not recognizing that I'm trying to interact with it again. I think is wrong. Because the way I wanted to do this was, I want to make leaving a menu easy. I always want to make leaving the menu take priority. And so, for instance, if you're in a menu and you start to move, moving will kick you out of a menu. I'm watching the playback of the stream right now, and it did look choppy. Was that... Hold on. Let me try that here on a different thing. I don't know if that's just the preview that YouTube has, or if that was the actual stream. Okay, no. That looks fine. So, here we are. I should be able to hit E or start moving. And it looks like I can still move. Wait, no, I can't. Oh yeah, I can't. So that shouldn't be happening, for one. So how you doing? How's cleaning going? I've kind of been a slob. I'm not gonna lie. I need to, like, mostly it's just a lot of wires and stuff that I need to put into the right place. I need to find a home for, or I need to toss them. I don't know who that is. Nibble. So, okay. An issue with my interact input that I think I fixed in one of the other projects I worked on. Okay, no, this just closes the widget. So it was this. But this closes the widget. What does close widget do? Widget manager, close current widget. Okay. Active widget, remove from parent. Okay, so this is just for the widget. This doesn't kick me out of... Okay. They're a software developer, they're not known for... You know what? Fair enough. Joke. Oh. Quentin Tarantino drama. Anything you find interesting in the Game Awards? Phasmophobia coming to Switch 2 is kind of neat. Doesn't mean anything to me. I was a little bit hopeful for Half-Life 3. That didn't happen. I don't know. It was just a fun event. It's just fun to watch stuff. Basti's not wrong with that, by the way. Okay, so I think the issue is that interact isn't being called twice. Which I think I do want to do. Interact. Active interaction. Do I ever set this to null? Hey. See y'all talking shit. Okay, so this is a unique situation where if I want to close the menu, I have to interact with it a second time because it's a toggle. I'm trying to make this scalable, so I'm trying to think, how do I do this on something a little bit more widespread of a design? So I'm trying to think, do I have something that clears the active interaction and sets it back to null? Actually, is that a... That's something that's in the interface already. Is item usable? Well, object check. No, it's not. I could add an extra thing to this. Oh, what? That not what was happening before? Um, let's do this. First, make sure all the instances where we're using the active interaction object in the script, or not the script, in the C file. Here we go. This is the first instance. Find the rest. We do it for equipped item. Wait, what is this? To do add code to open widget. I don't remember what that was about. Oh. Oh, okay. I remember. So this is me trying to do multiple things with one thing. So essentially, when you're in your inventory and you have an item, that first button is either equip or use. If it's equip, it does that first branch. If it's use, that means it's a key or something that you use on a door. And so in this case, it's saying if it's an item that you equip, go ahead and equip it. But if it's something that can be interacted with, you try to use it on that object. And if it's the wrong key, it'll tell you that, oh, this is the wrong object, or it doesn't fit here, or it does something else. So, okay, so that's correct. Oh, that makes this more complicated, though. I am in your walls, yeah. Okay, I could add something else to the interface for the interactions that says, like, is currently interacting with it. I guess that would just be good info to have anyway, and that way I would manually set it. Yeah, let's do that. I think that's gonna be the clean. So we go to interactable interface, we get this. Do one of these. Is item usable? Is interacting? And that should be the only change I need to make. Then I recompile. Now it'll show up here if I recompile this. Interacting. And is interacting will just be started. Now what we can do in our code, we go back to our player. How do I use these actually? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if I did the whole implement thing. With this, with items, did I do it? Oh, no, it's done automatically. Okay. So let's copy this. What I'm debating here is, do I, rather than write this so that it goes through the same function again, the same interact function, where it hits that, like, that switch, go back and show you. Because I could have it do, like, you know, if it's interacting and we start moving, call this again, so that this now is toggled this direction and then it goes through and closes it. An alternative that might be cleaner is, rather than have this be used for both entrance and exit, make a new one that's just called escape. Because maybe I want, at some point in the future, a different behavior where the player gracefully leaves the interaction, as opposed to the player did something else that took higher priority, like moving. I think for now we don't need that. But I'm going to write that as a to-do. So we should make it a new function, though. At least here. I don't need to make it a blueprint callable one. Do it right here. Void escape interaction. We don't want execute use. We want execute. What was it? Execute is interacting. And I'm pretty sure that. And I also did this wrong. This is not item interface. This is meant to be interactable interface. So I interactable interface. Oh, dot get object. Here it goes. So this one, I would actually want to move one level higher. Drop it. So if our active interaction exists and the object for it exists, we'd also want to do, and we are actively interacting with it. We're kind of off the line here. We'll do something like this. And then have this bit more. And then rather than is interacting, we would just do interact again. Yeah. To do add escape function rather than doubling use of interact. That should be good. Then we can throw this into our move function. Go all the way down, right here, right there. I think that'll work. Compiling. Okay, let's see. No. Didn't do what I wanted it to. I don't know if this is a situation where it's like it's using the old binaries, so it's not using the updated code. Okay, let's at least do this. Let's go back here. Let's grab a print message. This. Oh, we should probably get rid of this one too, because it's probably spamming our move. And let's throw it into our escape function. I'm assuming, where is our escape? Escape. Here it is. We will throw it at the top. Entered escape. I don't know what the different, like, I don't know what the other ones are. I don't want to make it an error. I can't remember what the other ones are called. Whatever. This next one will be entered escape branch. Go ahead and compile this. And then we can check our output log. See if it was printing out all those. Okay, yeah, so that was right. Okay, so it's in escape, but something is failing in that branch. So one of these three. So active interaction is null. Active interaction get object. I have a feeling these two are passing. I have a feeling this one isn't. Is interacting. Get object. Which would be this. This is a function, right? So I can print this. So let me know if it's even hitting this correctly. No, it doesn't seem like it. I don't see any print messages in the top left where it would be. What was that message? Oh, that was the bot. I see. Okay. Let me see how I'm doing use item, because that works. No, okay. It is using the I stuff. What is the class type of item interaction? That's right, isn't it? Item interface. As opposed to you. Maybe this is... Wait, no. That'll be right. I don't get why it's not doing it. Maybe the other two are failing and I was just wrong in assuming they weren't. Escape. So what I should probably do is... I can even debug this. That'd be honestly more annoying. I think it's something like %d, then comma, that. Okay, I think that's what I need. At least to debug this a bit better. Oh! Okay, one step closer, I guess. Line 371? Oh. 371. Oh, that's just this. Shoot, I should have seen what the second part was. You've only used Unity just because that's what was taught on. I used Unity to begin with because I think C# was a less intimidating language to me at the time. But I've slowly grown accustomed to C++. I feel like there's a lot more support, at least that I've seen, with Unreal Engine. I like the Blueprint version of scripting, so if I ever want to not code something, but just like get a prototype out, the blueprints work pretty well. It's open, right? Kind of. You can get access to the source code pretty easily. That's how I built version 4.27, which we did the Halloween map on. But when it comes to the latest Unreal Engines, I don't know if you can get the source code. Or if you can, then it's easy, but I haven't checked on it. Okay. I really need to make that test level my default map because it's going to be annoying to do every time. Hold on. Project settings. Maps and modes. Editor startup map should be test level. Hey Moon, how you doing? Good to see you, good to see you. It's been a minute. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, no, it immediately didn't like that. Line 371, line 405. Tell me anything. Wait, did I misread that? Interactable interface. Oh, that's the generated file. A little less helpful. Okay. An even easier way we can do that. I've got a... Let me just sanity check. Make sure I'm not, like, missing something here. That's... Oh! It was active I see. It was a null reference exception. It was trying to call... this line before active interaction existed. Hope you're having a great night. I am. How about you, man? But to fix that, we just need to throw this to a branch on its own. Get rid of that. Oh, that's gross. Hold on. There we go. Should be good. Reboot it. We're working on user interface stuff tonight. Specifically, like where the camera zooms in on a camera monitor, or like a TV monitor. And I can get it to move over to the screen. You can look at the monitor, but I can't get it to leave. That's what I'm trying to fix. See if we can get you guys back. There we go. So what's supposed to happen is it's meant to jump to this camera here. And it does that. Ooh. I forgot to add the fix. I made it, I saved it, I just didn't recompile. Because he's unreal. Boyd, what are you going on about? There we go. Okay. So that's... not what I was expecting to see. Active interaction doesn't equal null. So it's saying it doesn't know where this object is as soon as I click on it? Unless I did the print statement incorrectly. That should be this, right? %D for Boolean. Give your social security number. I think I'm good. I think I'm good. Thanks, though. Hold on, we'll just do something like this. True. That'll at least just tell me if I did the debug statement right. Okay, yep, that looks good. Okay, let me surround this maybe in an statement, or not an if statement, just the curly braces. Alright, boy, take a lap. Chill out, man. Chill out. I don't think that's going to do anything different, but might as well try. Then the next question is, why is it setting my active interaction to null? Or is it ever? Okay, I wonder if it's just... no, I did that manually. Void so. I just got tired of looking at the spam of random things. I don't know what would be clearing this. wonder if it's even getting set in the first place. Maybe that's what I'm missing. Well, it should be, though, because it's... Hey, Blue. How you doing? How you doing? Ooh. Doing not so great, but that's all right. Yeah, I don't know if maybe the weird little emojis things. That one was Daisy. I don't know why she didn't like that. Also, Blue, you're still here, by the way. When it says banned, it's just like, it removes the message, but it says that when it removes the message. Yeah, Blue, hope you're doing, but hope things get better. You're just power hungry? Look. That's all I'm gonna say. Okay, new print message. Let's throw one in right when active interaction gets set. Should be here. Oh, wait, no. This should be getting called, because this is getting called. What did you do? I'm trying to, I can enter this interaction, but I can't leave it. That's the issue I have. And, Blue, YouTube shadow bans. It doesn't ever notify you. But you weren't banned. It was just the message was removed. Do this. Active interaction. Do %D again. Wait, did I save? Okay, I did. Oh, what? That's interesting. Active interaction is 0. Remember to get the free fab assets? Yeah, I have 4 more days. I need to do that. I'll do that after stream because I have to sign in. It signs me out every time, and I don't know why. Artist slows molasses. The burnout's real. Oh no! Finals are draining? Well, finals will come and pass. The art shall return. Sure. Okay, so this is the issue then. is that active interaction which is weird to me. Because it's calling interact. Oh, it's calling interact on the hit result, get actor. So maybe this is the issue. Maybe this needs to be I. Let's find all the instances where we have you. Place it with I. Except for that first one. But just where it's, like actually keeping track of the object. Okay. Now we'll try to rebuild. I have a sneaking suspicion it's gonna throw a compile error. Okay, no, that was fine. No, it's still... It still sees this as a, an object that doesn't exist. So I might just have to save this as an object. Or an actor, maybe. That might be easier. And that would probably fix the issues I'm having. I mean, it's a little bit more open-ended than I wanted. And let me see if that would break any of the other logical comparisons I'm doing. No. Because I'm already calling get object on these things anyway. I may as well just be consistent with it. A actor. Oh, wait a sec. Have to be a pointer? I think that might have been it. Oh. No. T-script interface cannot have an exposed pointer type. Okay, no. We'll just make it a actor. Maybe at some point I can cross-check this with what the correct way is. I'm sure someone has something similar they do. Okay, so now on this, I want to make sure we update the rest of this. Our active interaction is just our hit result. We can get rid of this. And we can get rid of this. Ooh. Well, no, this wasn't working to begin with anyway, never mind. Rid of this. Rid of this. Rid of this. And this. And this. There we go. I'm gonna catch up on chat. Is C++ and UE5 complicated, or am I a mid-programmer? No, I'm mid, 100%. C++ and UE5 is actually pretty good once you learn a lot of the Unreal Engine works. Because, like, when it comes to this, like this execute underscore, that's an Unreal Engine thing. The UE logs is an Unreal Engine thing. The way that they handle object types, like this is an Unreal Engine thing. But also, like, my, for lack of a better word, mediocre C++ knowledge also kind of just makes it a little bit slower to pick up on the differences. He's locked in. I was locked in. I think you are stupid and dumb. Oh. Oh. Thanks, guys. Oh. Hmm. Line 240. Okay, what does that mean? Line 40. Nope. This is not failed. Why is it telling line 240? What? Activate puzzle camera is what it's getting mad at? I don't know if that's right. No, thank you, Basti. Maybe one day, Poid. Lead the fifth. All right, take two. Oh. Okay, we got something different at least. We got further. So it is getting to this point where it's printing hello. So it's talking to the right object. Okay. Okay. We're getting closer. You guys found the new funny word, apparently, that Daisy doesn't like. Oh no. You masterfully worked around it. How dare you? What am I looking at? What am I trying to fix? I'll have you know Daisy's a respected member of this community. Okay, so that null equals 1 is good. Oh, this part. Wait, no. Is interacting. Should be a yes. Oh. Oops. No, it's not. Now it is. Oh! Boys. And girls. We did it. Round of applause. Alright, we can rip out these log messages now. Of course, Poi. That's always allowed. In fact, I'd go as far as to say that's all that's allowed. See, that is what she is here for, to embrace positivity. Exactly. I'm glad you figured it out, Boyd. Also, I'd fixed this in Recollections of the Dead, but it's an issue where I have to like click on the screen again. I think it's because of this. That game mode and UI. Your BPs are so unsatisfying. Yeah, they're kind of hot garbage. The issue I'm having right now is I have to, like, when when it zooms in on this, I have to click the screen again to be able to do something. And I think that's because I'm trying to, like, maybe integrate the mouse pointer with the widget interaction. If I disconnect this, does that change it? I don't know if I need to change one of these. Okay, no, it wasn't that. Let's go and put it back. Okay, I googled this at one point. Let me see if I can find it. go. So set show mouse cursor, set input game mode. And UI, plug self into widget to focus. What I did. Set mouse cursor checked. Close the menu, set mouse cursor unchecked, set input game only. Oh. Set input mode game only. Remove from parent. I don't need to do because widget is already, it's built into the object. What's the color of mice? What's my fursona? What is going on in chat? Is that like a condition? Also, I don't think this fix will fix it, because this happens when I leave, which isn't the issue that I'm having. It's when I enter it that I have an issue. Maybe it's one of these drop downs. Got every 5 minutes to see how the topic goes from skin to... You guys do like to jump around a lot. I still have to click screen, I don't know why. Like, I have to click the screen, but it kicks me out. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's something to do with Activate Puzzle Cam. But I feel like the other ones, they don't have this issue. No, Hoden, you know what? This weekend I'll do it. I'll watch Interstellar this weekend. Mark my words. Is it back to being free on YouTube? No, you won't. You want to bet? Interstellar. It is not free on YouTube anymore. Watch with Paramount Plus. Oh, it's cheap. Not Paramount Plus. I mean, it's probably even on Prime Video or something. I'll find it. I'll find some way of getting it. Yeah, I haven't seen it before. Let's see. Watch the Discord VC. In the Big 25, you can watch it for free on the internet. Alright. Now we have problem number 2 with our user interface. I want to be able to click buttons on it. I just don't know how that works. So last I left off, I did this. Press pointer key. And I don't know what that... What is this? Oh, okay. Why do I have 2 of these? I have widget, and then I have widget interaction, and widget screen. Wait. Oh, there it is. What are all of these? Oh, these are components. Oh no, this is a lot more. This is gonna be a lot more annoying than I was thinking it would be. Calling it now. Widget interaction default value. Oh wait, did I not set it? Hold on. Just make buttons? Oh, I could. Well, I think the buttons already exist on that widget. Interstellar removed from Netflix. Oh, really? Code a game using only a joystick. You're also gonna have to write detailed Interstellar movie review in the Discord. Your favorite scene from it. And with a detailed explanation. Wait, was and your favorite scene from it? Who hasn't watched it? You're not wrong. Hold on. No, that was fine. I think. Oh, what was going on there? And ranting about Oilers? Oh no. But that widget does have a button to it. Widget interaction. Wait. What? Do I not set it? Oh. Wait, what was I looking at? Oh, this. Reference viewer. Okay, well, neither of these have... So this is all... Like, these components are just what we're seeing up here. Why... Is this game multiplayer or single player? Just make it work, it can't be that hard. It'll be multiplayer, and I can spawn in multiple players right now, but it just doesn't do a very good job with it. And look, if it was that simple, I would have done it already. The widget buttons work. It's like this is just the settings menu. How do I settings? My pause button is escape, but that's also the stop simulation button. But that widget works, it has buttons. I'm just wondering if maybe this... Just press your mouse and keyboard harder. I've watched Interstellar multiple times, but whenever I get to this after the water plant, I always end up crying. I guess I'm in for a milder ride? I don't know, I'm not really sure what to expect. Control-C controls... There's nothing to copy that works. What does this do? Presses a key as if the mouse and pointer were the source of it. Normally you would just use left-right mouse button for the key. However, advanced users can also be imagined where you send other signals. Press pointer key. They do, Hoden. They're meant to... Here, let me show you what they're meant to do. Change the editor so escape isn't the... let's see. Whatever. I don't know where it is here. I'll just change on the input instead. Pause. Oh, I set it to P because I was having this time. Oh, does my pause not work anymore? Awesome. But yeah, let me just at least pull up. The UI. Oh, is it not the settings UI? It's this one. Like, there are buttons here in this widget that I can click. Like, I can click this static background one, and that'll churn that X to a different thing. I could press this return button, and that would change the widget. So, it should be doing something, and I can even make like super simple widget just to test it. Esther. Let's just add a can. And then just big old button. And then on press, unclicked. Hello. At some point, it's also determining... Oh, here we go. Static mesh. That creates the dynamic material, but how do I... Oh, widget screen. How's it getting that one widget, though? Have a good one, Basti. Thanks for dropping by. Because it is just this, like, blank texture. But at some point, it gets the... where is begin play? So it's not on begin play. So it's setting it to create dynamic material instance. Dynamic material. See where else this is being used. Get render target. Parameter name screen display. No. I'm guessing that's just... I was gonna say, is that just the name of... What is parameter name in this case? Guess it's not super important. Oh, here it is. The type of widget, which is on... Wait, no, this is not it. This is on-screen text. Unless that's where... No, because it's hidden. I don't know where it's getting that widget from. Like how it knows to use that one. I don't remember how I did that. Okay, so it does it on its own in here. Not something I changed in the level. It creates this dynamic material, and then here it sets it, or here it It's updating it. Screen display. Oh, is that a name? And I just copied it somewhere? That sounds like something I would do. Hmm. So if I change this, okay, so this name is important. Screen display. Well, what gets named that? Like, where am I using that name? What I just tried, right? Okay, so it's something with this. that doesn't look right. I'm wondering if it was like something that didn't get copied down correctly, and now it just kind of happens to be pointing to the right thing. Like when I moved things over to my new desktop. Why is this screen display? Can I like manually set this? I don't think so. Screen. Yeah, that's what I think too, Odin. Just don't know where. I feel like it's something to do with this. Like, I think that's the name of something. And somehow that's pointing to this widget specifically, the graphics widget. But because it's not like there's no actual link here, so I can't like go to find the reference on it. I was trying to get it to go to the definition of this, but it's not opening it up in my C++. I don't see it here. Alright, let's Google it. Unreal Engine 5, that texture, parameter value. That's to first turn it into a dynamic. Okay, I know that. Looking at a tutorial I found.
If I was to change this to...
Hold on. There's a YouTube video I found. Let me see if I can switch us to it.
So I've gone ahead and exposed.
Window capture. Right around here.
So for our actual code, you use the set parameter nodes. So let's say, for example, on our dynamic material, which we've assigned, let's go ahead and pull this down here so we can check it out. We have the different parameter, assuming we spell it, parameter. We have the different vector, we have the different set parameter nodes here. We'll go with set parameter. We have a scalar, a texture, and a vector. Scalars are floats, vectors are 3-value floats, and then textures are textures. So for example, what we're doing is we're going to change the vector parameter that I've exposed, which is our red, green, and blue, and we're setting it to random color, and we're go ahead. Then we set it on the actual material instance itself. Your material instance parameter red, green, and blue, and we're setting it to random color, and we're go ahead. Then we set it on the actual material instance itself. Your material instance parameter setters, your set vector, set scalars, will ask you for the values you want to change, the target, which is our dynamic material, and then the parameter name. And that parameter name needs to be exact. If I was to change this to the English spelling and go ahead and play, you'll notice change color doesn't work, because in our actual material we do not have an exposed parameter with a U, it's just COLOR. So we'll go ahead and correct this.
Oh, okay. So I don't necessarily think that, I mean, that tracks with what I'm seeing here. So if we go back to this, TLDR is, I don't think that was the issue with not changing it. It's the dynamic material, which we can get the reference viewer of. Oh, don't refresh. Reference viewer. Create dynamic instance. We don't have a source material though. So how do I check? Screen display is almost certainly something I named. And I can always just go here and backtrack that way, I think. Do this. No, it's not on here. Material instance dynamic 0. Nobody's watching your stream. I'm just watching from 9 different devices. Well, thank you. Okay, parameter value, texture render. So this, I think, was the answer. So if we browse to asset, it's you. Aha! There it is. So then how it knows get render target. Target is widget component. on-screen text. It's also hidden. Trying to figure out how it knows what the, including a Samsung refrigerator. Oh, it might be easier. Settings. I can just type in menu. See if that shows up anything. Aha, here it is. Right here. Oh, man. That has to be the worst. I hate that. I mean, I guess it makes sense that it's the widget screen. I don't know. That's still just... Now, is that my fault? Yeah. Somehow, I'm sure. Okay. So now that we only have it to where it's just the big button on screen, it's a lot more obvious now that it's not being pressed because it's just... All that does is you push the button and it says hello. We can see here. In our big tester. And I guess we can like double check. Like sanity check that test one does in fact work. We go to starter content. Actually, no, we don't even need to do that. Do it here. Do an add widget to viewport. Create widget. There it is. Add a viewport. So that does work. So next is to find out how can we get it to press buttons. Your index. You like the music? Thank you. Not mine. It's Lo-Fi Girl, but I like it too. I like jazz. Doug's a pretty good programmer I look up to. He does funny stuff on Twitch. UE5, interact with widget on dynamic material. This might be a little bit more than I want to do tonight. I thought I'd laid out the foundation last time, but I guess not. If any of you are just joining, what I'm trying to do is... this is like a computer screen, and I want to be able to like interact with it and push buttons on it. So right now this is all just one big white button. Previously it was the... I know how to do this now, I think. Graphics. So it had this on it, and then the idea was like, rather than mouse and keyboard, I could have the user use their mouse and click buttons on the screen. The issue is, I don't know if there's an easy way to do that. At least not that I know of. And I was kind of hoping there would be something, but... Oh, hold on. Off my desk. I don't know what I was trying to do with this. I must have found a YouTube tutorial that did something close. Press pointer key. UE5. Press pointer key. Trying to find it. Yeah.
Which means because I've done it that way, we need to be able to close it inside the inventory. So I'm doing that in a nice, efficient way as well. So this is what we're going over today. So the widget I have here.
Let me just skim through it so I can find something.
Get key, game.
Alright, let's see what his overview is.
If I were to press tab, we're going to open up my inventory. Obviously nothing in here. If I press tab again, we're going to close it. Now there are many different ways to do this. You could just do this in the player blueprint. However, the way I'm doing it here means we can now interact with this widget a lot more efficiently, which means because I've done it that way, we need to be able to close it inside the inventory. So I'm doing that in a nice, efficient way as well. So this is what we're going over today. So without further ado, let me delete this code. It's just go to my content browser, person, go. And I'm going to, out of here, I'm showing mouse cursor, add it to viewport, view, but here, we want to override a function. So if you hover it for whatever, and then we're just going to use the key we want. So for me, that is going to be tab. Now you can use any key you want in here, just bother that as I just want, or the UI only.
I don't really need any of this.
And that is all we need to do. And just make sure pile, save, and that just means that you can focus in. I've got my mouse cursor. Mouse cursor's gone.
No, it wasn't really. I was hoping to find. This might be a problem for next time. But I don't know how much longer it'll be interesting to just sit and watch me like do research on figuring out what the best method to do this is. And we're about 2.5 hours into the stream anyway. So it's about midnight 30 for me right now. I'll be live again on Monday. So if any of you are interested in dropping by again, it will be a little bit earlier in the day than we started tonight. It'll be at 7 p.m. Pacific, which was about 4 hours ago? 5? It's midnight right now, so it would be midnight minus 7. It's late. I can't do math good. If you want to follow, but you don't want to be in the Discord, because this will update to your local time zone, easiest way is just to follow the channel or subscribe on YouTube. And if you happen to be looking for something to watch, and I happen to be live, my stuff will be recommended to you. So we at least did fix the issue where, like, we can go up to the menu and then we can walk away from it. We got, I mean, at least that working. One step at a time, I suppose. So I'm gonna get some sleep. I recommend y'all do the same if you are in the US. If it's morning for you, I hope you guys have a fantastic weekend. I will see you guys hopefully on Monday. No stream on Wednesday or Friday. I might throw an extra stream in there at some point, either this weekend or next week. We'll see. Just either keep tabs on the page or the Discord if you're interested. But that's about all I've got, really. About all I've got. I feel like everyone else is also kind of tired. Most of the chatters have gone to sleep. All right. Have a good night. I will see you on Monday.